right, welcome to the fourth and final review of the evening. Up this time is Geometric Sniper. Geometric Sniper. Immerse yourself in Andrew's story and feel the pressure of being a sniper. Find and eliminate the target in the crowd before he runs away in living environments. Designed exclusively for this fantastic game. Okay. You will not have a second chance. Precision is everything. So, yeah, Geometric Sniper is exactly what it says on the tin. They're not being cutesy or whatever. You are a sniper, and you're dealing with quite a bit of geometry, as you can see here. The basic premise is you are assassinating bad guys for one reason or another, and you have a limited window to find your target. And as I postulated in the first attempt at this review, which was never recorded, this is basically Where's Waldo Sniper Edition.
Yeah, Where's Waldo with a gun and no color?
Yeah.
Also, I will point out that these people are allegedly bad, but really all we have to take for it is for what shows up on our tablet.
I mean, that could be part of the actual narrative.
Assuming there is one, yes.
Well, I mean, there is definitely some sort of story going on there. But in terms of the actual game, yeah, you've got to locate your specific target. What happened to the gameplay?
It crashed for a second.
Oh. Okay. Anyway. And you've got to find the exact match. The geometry shapes do play a part in it, but not as much as the billing on the title would. Like, yeah, okay,
well, it's geometric in that the people are just geometry people rather than humans. But yeah.
They might have a triangle head or a square head, but
at the risk of making a controversial statement, it's about as useful for sniping as a person's race would be for sniping in the real world. It's the first thing you can see, but that doesn't mean it's a guarantee, or likely even.
Well, I mean, submissions predicate on that because you'll have their people's their heads will be back to your line of sight, and
and you need to get the triangle with the baseball hat and the monocle.
Yeah, or the instead of the one with the scar.
Yeah.
And Petty Fan just lost 50 points there. I don't know. Have you figured out what points actually do?
No clue. I think it's like Whose Line.
I think it might be a leaderboard thing. But yeah, and that is the game. Basically, the only other mechanic worth noting is your bullet time. There is a, if you press down the right mouse button, you'll be able to steady and slow the sniper rifle in order to more accurately take a shot. Because you'll notice it does swing wildly, like it wobbles. It does behave a bit like how an actual sniper rifle will behave. And there is a elite mode where you can, after you complete the game, you can do this without that. And Petty, if you could quit out of this, we can show off Find mode, which is the third mode.
Alrighty.
Well, which is not focused. I'm trying to figure out the right word. Well, when when you see it, you'll understand.
Is it the equivalent of that "Where's Waldo" thing at the end of the books, where they say, "Now go back to the other pages of the book and find, I don't know, odd law on every page too."
No, this is more like Hogan's Alley,
Ah,
like where, yeah,
I want to say in the first "Where's Waldo" book, it was like, find a piece of Waldo's clothing that he lost on every page.
yeah. It's more, yeah, sharpen your precision even more. Have fun in this game mode where you have to find objects scattered around the scenarios and hit them. How fast and accurate you are able to shoot. So Petty Fan has to find 13 bones. This was another aspect of the Where's Waldo books. It was the secondary objective. It's not just, find Waldo. He's lost his key. Where is it?
Find everything that belonged in Waldo's suitcase on this page.
Yeah, and here there's a timed element, and it wasn't like usually wasn't like 13 and 14 objects, but then again, Where's Waldo pages tend to be a lot more cluttered than this.
Yeah, although I brought this up the first time. The fact that you're only seeing a small segment of the stage through the sniper scope, say that 5 times fast, with a slightly numb lip, is perhaps a increase in difficulty over being able to refer to the whole page at once, I think.
Yeah.
Because it makes it harder to remember landmarks on the stage, I feel like.
Right. Anyway, and that is the game. So my assessment is you will need patience to play this.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have patience, don't bother, because this is a game about having enough patience to, find your mark and kill him, or in this case, find all the objects, though, in a race against time. It's a different kind of patience than the main mode, but patience nonetheless. Like, I'll be honest, I didn't have the patience to really continue on with the game because, it can get tedious if you can't find your target. It's like it's usually not a long wait to go through rounds and all that, but it's still, it can, it can grate on the nerves. Outside of that, this is a perfectly fine game. It sets out what it wants to accomplish, and it does it, with a bit of flair in its art style. And yeah, that's about all I got. Petty, is there anything you want to add to the commentary?
Not really.
All right. So the game is $199. Once again, yeah, it's worth buying. And maybe one day we will review its sequel, Geometric Sniper Z. The Z stands for zombies. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to change the game, so to speak. But anyway,
Maybe it's you can also shoot zombies in addition to your assassination target.
maybe. But we'll have to wait until that game appears on the review queue. That aside, even if this goes south for the buyer, it's only $2. And yeah, that'll about do it for the review session. Yes. And I think we got through it without losing the sound this time.
I'm still hearing stuff.
Good. So, the week ahead, coming up on Wednesday, January 11th, we'll be having Chris L. of Optivania.com. He's another developer on the retro homebrew scene. That is to say, he's somebody who's developing new games for classic systems. In this case, the Nintendo Entertainment System. He has made the game Roly. Roly is my first homebrew experience, and it's a big one. I often describe it as having the complexity of Super Mario Brothers, which I used to do as something of a model for the game's design. I often ask myself, what would Mario do? Although what worked for Mario doesn't always end up working for Roly. For example, holding the B button for running. We'll be talking about this on Wednesday. No Friday show this week, and we do have a new installment of Moonhawk Studios Presents happening as well. So, until next time, I shall wish you good gaming.